All right. It is January 3rd, 2023. And what day? Tuesday? Tuesday? Tuesday. Tuesday. And we're doing the first Evermore Community Day. Actually, let me update this title here. Evermore Community Day. There we go. Great. Fantastic. Let's switch this over here. Perfect. All right. So I'm here in the Evermore server, and we're going to see if anyone shows up here. It is the first Evermore Community Day of the year for 2023. Initially, there was a lot of people here at the beginning. My suspicion is that people participated in the early airdrop and were actively involved. But since then, now that we're done with all that excitement, the shiny new coin is now out the window, and I think most people have dissipated and moved on. But we'll see. We'll see who shows up. I'm just gonna type here. I am alive. I am alive. Come join me. So with that said, let's see what's going on here with development. First and foremost, actually, before we get over to development, let's go to, let's see, info. Let's talk about what Evermore is all about. First of all, let's go to their evermorecoin.org website. So here we go. Evermore Coin, ticker EVR, is a blockchain decentralized finance platform with built-in assets and DeFi primitives. It's DeFi focused, will extend the Ravencoin design with protocol level support for distributed finance applications. More secure, achieve DeFi functionality without the risk and complexity of Ethereum style or EUTXO style smart contracts. It is creator friendly, support artists / issue royalties on future trades on their NFTs. It is community created, built by the current and former Ravencoin developers, hodlers, and miners with different strategies than Ravencoin. Developer attractive, built-in funding for core development utilizing a 10% mining development fund. It does have upstream beneficial improvements and bug fixes to the fork code can be ported back to the Ravencoin code base, which is really cool. Distributed mining, EVR prog POW algorithm for the GPU optimized ASIC resistant mining with a 3 GB starting DAG size. It is fast, and I'm telling you, it is very fast. This is the first and only QT that I have ever done, and I've downloaded a lot of QTs or core wallets. And this is the wallet that is very fast at loading. I don't know how they do it, but they do it very fast, and I'm very happy about that. It makes me just want to use the QT a lot more. There's other QTs out there that I'm like, oh, you know what? I never want to open this QT anymore, or I don't want to, use it immediately. Like I'll download the QT when I'm sleeping. But this one is just you're up to date in just a couple of minutes. Like, it's so quick. Set up full nodes with for Evermore and fully sync them within minutes. Yes. Developer friendly, built-in set generate testnet mining for developer convenience. Evermore purpose built and optimized is better than general purpose. Stay in the loop. If you have any questions or feedback, please join the community at Discord, and there's a link there. So once again, that's going to be the evermorecoin.org. And let's see who jumped in the voice with us. Metastack, what's up, man?
How you doing?
Good. I'm just going over really quick for the viewers here what Evermore is all about, just in case there's anyone interested in knowing what Evermore is. So I'm going to continue on, if you don't mind, while we wait for more people to show up. Okay.
Sorry.
Yeah, we do have a white paper here. We're just going to skim through that. A couple things here. Once again, you guys can go to the website itself and see this for yourself. It is actually a pretty... I would say it's pretty long for this video here that we're going to do. So I'm going to skip on just to the bullet points, the big, like, I guess, chapters you want to call them. First one is introduction. Talks about, let's see, Bitcoin has proven the value of the blockchain and the UTXO architecture as a better form of money by remaining the dominant cryptocurrency by a large margin. Extending Bitcoin to applications beyond cash replacement has more than complex, resulting in a large number of cryptocurrency projects with varying degrees of success. Great. And the second one here is equally valid purposes. Cryptocurrency projects have distinct philosophical, financial, and organizational characteristics that differentiate their project styles. While it is not possible for anyone to speak on behalf of the entire decentralized Ravencoin community, that community has shown a preference for conservative choices. Proposal for any type of governance or funding has been declined, even with mechanisms to ensure that control and decisions making remain decentralized. Ravencoin technical roadmap discussions have focused on the following: the Bitcoin code base and philosophy, including SegWit and Lightning. All right, continuing on to number 3 down here is primitives. A primitive goal of the Bitcoin as decentralized money is to ensure only the owner controls the use of the cryptocurrency while making theft and confiscation impossible. Nevertheless, scams and hacks have been a growing problem in the cryptocurrency space since the beginning. Many of the largest losses were caused by custodial centralized exchanges, the most famous of which, Mt. Gox, has become a poster child for the motto, quote, "Not your keys, not your Bitcoin." It was thought that DeFi would eliminate the theft by providing non-custodial exchanges while also providing more attractive, get out of here, Brave ads. It was thought that DeFi would eliminate the theft by providing non-custodial exchanges while also providing more attractive and more flexible blockchain-based alternatives to traditional mainstream savings and investment vehicles. The reality thus far has proven to be quite different. Social engineering scams continue to be a problem for investors of all kinds and probably always will be. All right, let's skip on over to number 4. There's some charts here. You guys can check that out, read more into that. Number 4 is Evermore protocol extensions. Okay, this gets a little bit more interesting here. All right, let's see what's going on here. We talked about Ravencoin, we talked about Bitcoin. Now we're going to talk about some Evermore. All right, Evermore protocols extensions. This section details some of the assets-related technical changes that Evermore will implement. These may change as we progress. The following details assume the reader has an understanding of the Ravencoin architecture, features, and code base. Only a short description is provided. These details do not fully describe Ravencoin's current asset capabilities, including assets, sub-assets, unique assets, restricted assets, along with various characteristics and options for each capability. They also do not describe the transaction speed, flexibility, zero confirmation, minimal transaction fees, scaling, and complex covenant financial derivatives that Evermore will merge. Beautiful. Oh, more pages. Yes, please. All right, and a second IPFS field to asset metadata. One of the IPFS field is treated as immutable once the asset is issued, even during reissue. The second IPFS field is always mutable, even for unique assets and other non-reusable assets. This change needs additional RPC and GUI support. Add owner-required assets transfer tolls support. Each asset has a metadata field indicating a required per asset transfer toll. This toll is a quality of EVR, or in the case of vault tokens, a percent of face value. Another metadata field specifies the address to where the toll payment is made. All right, let's continue on to add expiring unique assets. This is pretty cool. Unique assets are given a lifetime when they are created. There is a minimum lifetime 1 hour and a minimum cost of 0.05 EVR to prevent spam and to limit computational load. Only a fixed set of lifetimes and associated prices will be supported. Proposed lifetime and associated prices: 1 hour 0.05 EVR, 1 day 0.1 EVR, 1 week 0.2 EVR, 1 month 0.5 EVR, 3 months 1 EVR, 6 months 2 EVR, 1 year 4 EVR, infinite 5 EVR. For example, these assets can represent concert tickets, serial numbers with assigned seating that expire after the concert, 1 hour worth of VPN service, or a 10-year bond. The expiring nature of this asset type makes it ideal for representing an expiring option or future contracts. Such securities exhibit unique pricing behaviors because expiring option contracts tend to a value of 0 at the time of expiration, while expiring future contracts tend towards the spot market price. All right. Add asset consumption support. A new script opcode for a consume quote unquote asset function for any asset. Note that while an asset can be quote burned by sending it to a non-spendable address, there are advantages in being able to destroy assets and remove them from the UTXO. Someone mute there? Hans?
Yeah.
You're very echoey.
Very echoey. Okay, let me try and look at an external one.
Can't hear myself.
Just a sec. I just didn't have luck with social media today. Is that any better?
That's a little bit better, yeah.
Okay, I just figured I'd tune in and see who was joining. I saw it was you and
That's
Metasky.
perfect. That sounds good. Yeah, let me just continue on if you don't mind. I'm just reading a little bit from the white paper just to get some new viewers, new listeners that are possibly interested in Evermore, and I just want to give them a little, a little taste of the white paper. So if you could
Just go ahead.
Yeah, thank you. All right, continue on. Let's move on down. We're almost done. Implement vault assets. Vault assets have a quote face value of EVR and can be melted quote unquote to extract the EVR. Interesting. Vault assets can pay a daily interest rate or cost a daily demurrage rate as a percentage of the face value or as a fixed amount of EVR. Vault assets are a special type of root asset or sub-asset. They follow the same naming rules as root assets and sub-assets, except their names must always start with the caret symbol, conveniently resembling the upside down V. What? Okay. Actually, that's... Okay. I get it. Upside down V. Yeah, I got it. This naming convention makes it clear that the asset is a vault asset that has a face value and pays /cost in interest demurrage rate from /to in address. Vault assets look like caret my name / caret my subname. All right, let's continue on down. There's a lot more. If you guys want to read more into that, you guys can read more into that. Let's just move on to the next one. Add level 1 deck support. Ooh, now we're getting to the good stuff. To communicate a desired trade, enhance support for 2 steps. Sig hash underscore single sig hash underscore anyone can pay. On-chain atomic swap is added by adding fields to every UTXO. Chains, asset names, as quantity, expire time, signatures. These new data fields do not alter the behavior of the transaction's output they are written into. They contain the information necessary for anyone to create a spending transaction that accepts the offer described by the new data fields. Traders can wait for the new UTXOs to be mined before submitting matching node traffic, in which case an offer and its acceptance could be mined sequentially into the same block. A separate database and separate communication channel can be used to track and broadcast offers in order to save on transaction fees. All right, continuing on to add level 2 deck support. On-chain 2-step atomic swaps are limited in efficiency because buyers must match the exact quantity of an offer by creating a matching UTXO. Fixed pricing is another limitation. This enhancement addresses these weaknesses. On-chain 2 atomic swaps can support partial order fulfillment with specified granularity. This is done by adding 2 new UTXO data fields, granularity and change address, and related consensus rules change. By adding new UTXO data, quote, order underscore type, and quote, stop underscore quantity, and quote, limit underscore quantity, and related consensus rules change. On-chain 2-step atomic swaps can support new order types: precise legacy, market, stop, limit, and stop market. All right, let's move on to the add Oracle deck support. On-chain 2 atomic swap support for Oracle-based price discovery provides another vast improvement in price discovery and flexibility. Markets use many different methods in price discovery. Some use traditional off-chain bid/ask order books. DeFi projects are experimenting with a variety of atomic market maker algorithms. Oracle DEX supports allows an offer creator to select any oracle of their choice based on the Oracle's public keys and signed price reports. Only the price quote and signature formats needs to be standardized, and a few changes need to be made to the UTXO definition and consensus rules. The buyers can choose an oracle from any independent vendor who provides that service on a for-profit basis. And there's some more there, but we're going to continue on. We have two more actually, or three more. Two more. Add covenant support. Covenants allow Evermore scripts to support more complex smart contracts within limitations. In particular, a token or stablecoin's options or futures contracts will be able to reside in a separate contract token. This contract token will be able to trade separately from the underlying value token. This capability is a great motivator to attract liquidity providers, people that lock up their bitcoins on BTC blockchains to accept EVR/wrapped-BTC. Assets on the EVR blockchain can then write and sell covered options and future contracts against their bitcoins. That's amazing. All right, everybody, if you guys want to learn more, you guys can head over to www.evr or evermore.foundation. All right. So that's what we got there. That's the way we're going to start. And let's see, who do we got now? Cool. We got some people here now. All right. I'm happy. I'm happy to see you guys. We got Hans Schmidt in the house. We have Kai, Kinkajou, MetaStacks, and Ringleader. Welcome. All right. Let's get started with development. Okay. I'm going to head over to the development channel if you guys want to follow me there. Let's see what's going on. Is there any updates, any discussions from December up until now, or anything that's important that you guys have been doing? I haven't checked. I'm going there now to see what's going on. Feel free to speak if you guys know what's going on here in the development channel.
Well, obviously, the most important thing that's happened is the airdrop expiring.
Yes. When did that expire? Can you give us that?
Actually, I'm in the process of looking up the details, but it was roughly the last day of the year, or a day or half day early.
Yeah, something like that, right? Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I'm in the tomorrow I should get around to figuring out exactly what time that was, and I'll put it as one of the blog. I was planning on publishing a new blog update on the website.
Perfect.
In there. I'm going through and checking to make sure that everything worked out properly, but it looks like everything worked.
Hans, do me a favor. Since you're already speaking, can you just introduce yourself to the viewers and listeners, just so they know who you are and how you're involved in the Evermore community?
Yeah, I'm Hans Schmidt, and I'm the primary developer for Evermore. Founded the project together with Whale Street, and took a couple of weeks off around the holidays to kind of regain my sanity, and now getting back into things.
Perfect. All right. So if anybody's interested, we are live streaming on Twitch. It is called Evermore Community Day 010322, obviously for January 3rd, 2000. Or actually, we're already in 2023. What am I doing in 2022? Let me update that right now. I'm a year behind. All right, there we go. I'll update it. Okay, so let's see what we got. What else? There's some discussion about a fee, $199 per year. I'm looking at the development channel. Let's see. Hey, building Berkeley. GitHub.
Yeah, the 199. That shortly before the holidays, we brought the Solus Explorer for testing it up.
Oh, okay, and that's what the fee was.
Yeah. We're Solus is a Explorer that costs a small fee on an annual basis. But it's a beautiful piece of work.
Oh, it is. And absolutely, it's great.
And he's been very cooperative in customizing it for us, so it was well worth it.
The question is, did the foundation pay for it, or was it out of pocket?
It was out of pocket, although we may ask for reimbursement at some point. It's a small amount. At this point, the foundation has not officially paid for anything. Everything we're doing at this point has still been donations by Whale Street and myself. None of the Miner Day Fund coins have actually been removed from the Coinbase addresses.
That's good to know. Thank you. All
Yeah,
right.
at today's price level, it would kind of be a waste.
Yeah. So speaking of today's price, what's going on with the price? Of course, everybody that comes in here, everybody wants to know when moon, when moon, when moon. What's going on with the price? What's it looking like? I don't even know the price yet. I really don't care because for me, it's way too early to even try to consider that there's a price on it. I won't wait until like years down the road. So, but can you just tell us what the is there like a bot here that you guys have?
Well, I don't really get involved in the coin sales or prices. There's only one exchange that I'm aware of that people are using to quote the price, but the volume is so thin that I'm not sure that price really means anything.
Exactly.
The volume is really small.
Right. Exactly. Perfect. All right, so I'm going to continue on here looking at in dev. Let's see, development. This is from Castlevat. Hello, devs. I don't want to cross post if I've asked in general chat, but has any of the DeFi layers of Evermore actually been developed yet? I'm a long time software engineer and have been in Ravencoin, but not developing it in blockchain yet. I'm hoping to use this project and learn about DeFi at the same time. Have you guys updated? Let's see. What's been going? Did you guys talk to Castlevat? Hans?
I'm sorry. What was the question? I couldn't understand you.
So Cassavet here posted in the development channel that if pretty much he has skills and I guess it looks like he's interested in working with Evermore because he wants to learn more about DeFi. So he says, I think the answer to my question is, so I'll read it again. Hello devs, I don't want to cross post if I've already if asked in general channel, but has any of the DeFi layers of Evermore actually been developed yet? I'm a long time software engineer and have been in Ravencoin, but not developing in blockchain yet. I'm hoping to use this project, talking about Evermore, and learn about DeFi at the same time. I think the answer to my question is no, but I was just trying to confirm that. I understand it takes time, so please don't take my question as any kind of complaint or troll.
As I think you know, the roadmap that you just read has not yet been done.
Yeah.
That's clearly what I'm getting ready to get started on. Got a few more things I need to do before that in terms
Mm-hmm.
of cleaning up
Yeah. I
some of
mean, seriously, I don't
things in
really
the.
expect you guys to do anything. And you guys just been around for a little. People are so impatient. That's the thing, you know. Give us some time, you know. Let the man breathe. Let him close his eyes for a few hours, you know.
But we're certainly have a clear vision for what we want to do, and we're going to be working on it day by day.
Okay, good.
But yeah, the immediate answer is no. Although there are plenty of things, plenty of capabilities that are still not being fully used. I really think that we need to take advantage of the fact that we do have P2SH atomic swap capability on assets, and we're not leveraging it yet at
Mm-hmm.
all.
All right, we got Kai in the house. What's up, Kai? Don't be shy.
You fucking calling me out, guy? Can you hear me? How's
Yeah,
this?
I can hear you, man. What's up? Happy New Year's, bro.
I'm doing all right, boo boo. Oh, happy New Year to you too, and happy birthday to. Oh,
Hey.
am I allowed to do that?
Yeah, sure.
Oh,
Why not, man?
shoot.
Yeah, that's okay. That's okay.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Happy
Thank
birthday
you.
to
Thank you.
Stupid
Thank
Bird
you, man.
Coin.
I appreciate
Is
it.
it your birthday?
It's my
Happy
birthday,
birthday.
bro. Yeah. Who else's birthday is it?
No.
My birthday was
Is it your
yesterday.
birthday?
My birthday was yesterday.
Oh, happy birthday to you then, my man. That's I'm talking about Raven Coin. That's so funny.
Oh my
Happy
God!
birthday, man.
Oh, I thought you talking. Oh man! Oh
Yeah,
man!
chain launch today, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm doing well. I hope you are, and right back and Hans as well.
Cool.
Let me know when we get to like
Yeah,
the community announcement bit. I
Yeah,
know that you have
actually,
a format here, champ.
I just wanted to go down the line here real quick, and I just wanted to ask if you don't mind, Kai, just you know, talking to the viewers and listeners, explain to them who you are and what you do, and like your experience, because you've been around for a while. So just for
Nobody, nothing, and none.
come on,
King's turn.
uh, you've been
I love
around for
you.
a while. What do you like?
Yeah.
What do you like, and why do you hang out at Evermore?
Mm, I just lurk, man.
You're a lurk man. You're a lurk man. Okay.
Yeah, I just like to lurk, you know. I liked this project because I followed Hans's work for quite some time. I follow a lot of his published what would you call them, papers.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Um,
Exactly. Mm-hmm.
and so I followed Evermore since it was a proposal in the Ravencoin project. And I found it interesting as a direction for Ravencoin then. And so naturally, I would find this project interesting as well. So I hang around to see what he does.
Honestly, that's the reason why I immediately jumped on board as well. Because when I saw Hans Schmidt was leading it, I was like, dude, this guy, he's pretty much like spearheading the Ravencoin project. Like this guy's, the guy with the magic fingers typing away code. So yeah, yeah, great.
Well, thanks. We definitely appreciate Kai's perspective on things as one of the real OGs.
Exactly. Yeah. Take gives. You need credit, bro. You've been around for a while, Kai.
Nope. Thank you, though. I much appreciated to both of you.
All right, King
You're
Kadu.
definitely getting better at you're definitely getting better at your animated cartoons.
Thank you very much. Did you see that one I actually used tracking? That last one? It moves
I'm
with the
not
head.
sure.
I'm learning. You can
I'm
see
not,
me learn as it goes, guys.
Nice, nice. King Kadu, we got you. We got you up next. Are you available to speak?
Yeah, will ya?
I'll take that as I know. I'm not even sure what he would type. You guys don't have a voice chat channel. Let's see, maybe.
He does. You just gotta. I don't know if you're on mobile or whatever. You just gotta hit the little message. See that little word bubble in the top right if you're on mobile, next to the people.
You're talking to me or King Kadu?
Both of you.
Oh,
Or if
oh,
you're
there it is. There it is. I see
on,
it. I see it. I see it. I see it. I got it.
you got it, boss. So
Hey.
if they do talk, you will see them in there,
All right. Let's see.
but they won't be able to figure out how to
Add.
get there. And it's good with time.
Oh no, sorry. Add kink. Are you able to speak? There you go. Lulz. All right, let's move on to the next person. Metastack. You're the first one in the house. Thank you for being here. What's going on, Metastack?
How are you?
Great. Happy New Year's to you, sir.
Yeah, so I don't know if people know, but I'm just the guy working on Moon Tree. So I'm trying
Moontree
to
is
bring.
awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty fun.
Here's a question. Is there
And
any
congratulations on
consideration?
the progress.
Oh, go ahead.
I was just saying congratulations on the progress on Moontree. Definitely shaping up.
I know it's
Oh, thank you very
so
much.
great, man.
Agreed. Agreed. It's clean, fast, like the wallet.
How long did it take you to build that out? Just for the new people that are watching and listening that might watch this either now or months down the road. You know, when did you start it? Where are you at right now, and what's coming up with Moontree?
Well, that's a hard question to answer because we had some of the like a good portion of the functionality in 6 months. But it's development. It's when you get that last 20% takes 80% of the time. So yeah, it's been a little while, but we're working pretty hard on it.
So, correct me if I'm wrong, but Moontree is centralized, and you do hold all the private keys, right?
No, we do not. So it's totally custodial. So it's just on your phone.
Yes. Great. And it's built for which coins?
Right now it's just Ravencoin and Evermore. And someday in the future we might do more, but we're really focused on getting those two and the functionality done for those two.
Great. That's actually good news, man. I like that because there's some of the coins that I would like to see on there for sure.
Yeah, someday.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. All right, Ringleader, Happy New Year's.
And it's open source, which I learned the other day.
Oh, nice, nice. It's even great. Ringleader, Happy New Year's.
Here, guys.
Hello, ma'am. How you doing?
I'm doing great. I'm doing great. And I just want to say that I think Evermore and this whole project and everything everybody's doing is super sexy. Like, love it.
Nice.
I,
Ringleader, you know you're an OG, right? You're an EVR OG.
That's only because it's a baby.
Hey, you're here, man. You're here.
Well, I did complete my first NFT collection with
Yeah.
Evermore. Yeah,
Nice.
it's a commemorative collection of the combined mining that the miners did for 2022 with Ever, and I sold one. So uh, there are 35 Ever, and 25 Ever will be donated to the Dev Fund for everyone that's sold
Wow. Where are you listing them at?
on Eversea,
Eversea. Okay. And let's see. What name is it under?
the ringleader.
Ringleader. Perfect.
So it's
Per-
the Ever Miner, and it's called the Tasty Miner. This collection because it's tasty. And I also made one for each of the pools that are the people that are doing the pools with their combined amount that they mined for the pool and gave it to them.
mm-hmm. Nice. Nice.
Yeah, it was fun. I'm working on making one for the burn that's going to have all the burn addresses that
Uh
got burnt.
huh.
It could be really really fun. I'm gonna make that one real fun and exciting. So I'm looking forward to getting that completed and having that out there so we can. I like information, so making NFTs that have information about the project is exciting to me
That's
because
great. Yeah.
I really do, and I just want to thank everybody that's making it, the coders, the developers, Moontree. I love Moontree.
I'm telling you, right? Moon Tree's awesome.
Yeah,
Moon Tree.
thank you guys so much for all your hard work in this project.
All right. Thank you. All right. Who do we got next? We got Seal Clubber. How's it going, Seal Clubber? Uh-oh. Looks like he's
That's
typing.
my other minder, man. He's not going to talk either.
I can't speaky. Okay. No worries. Um, if you can just type what did you say he does? Who is that? Meta or Kai?
No, Seal helps with the pool, runs a
Yes.
pool here at Evermore, and has also done various moderating work for Ravencoin
Okay,
for
so
their channels.
he's running ebrpool.com. And can you give me some activity like what's been going on with EBR pool? Is there updates? Is it showing more momentum? Is it kind of going sideways? I don't know. I haven't checked it. I'm not a miner, by the way. Kai or Steel, one of the other, whoever wants to type. Or
Well,
talk.
I don't have specific information about Everpool, but I think in general we're still trying to encourage people to spread their hash among multiple pools. I mean, our plan's been great in supporting the project, but we don't want them to be the 90%.
And what's the percentage? What's the division right now?
It's probably close to that.
Uh oh. Uh oh. That's not good.
Some of it may be driven by geography. People do like to uh, people do get an advantage from connecting to a pool that's close to them, and we do have a lot of and a lot of the miners are close to our plant servers. But in general, it's the difference isn't huge, and it's definitely good for the project to spread it around if you have a choice.
Mm-hmm. Hans, do you have anything else? This is the second half of the Evermore Community Day. Do you have anything special you want to talk about and give us any updates or anything that you just want to just talk to here for the viewers and listeners and for the community here in Evermore?
Oh, I guess I just want to continue to encourage people to work on applications and adoption. Adoption is what it's all about. There's a lot of interesting things going on both in Evermore and Ravencoin lately. I think, especially with regard to using unique assets or NFTs, whichever name you want to use, as login credentials for various purposes to log into websites to prove that you have access to something. That's a really really powerful concept,
Mm-hmm.
and that's something that Evermore and Ravencoin do much better than any other chain. Certainly, it certainly can be done using using an Ethereum type platform in MetaMask, but it doesn't work nearly as well or as simply as Evermore and Ravencoin. And of course, once Evermore starts adding the extra capabilities of being able to get paid a royalty when an NFT gets resold, and also having an NFT that has limited duration, so that it can represent a membership in a club or something, or a fan club. I think that's going to have great power. So I definitely encourage the community to continue to explore all those possibilities. I think we're definitely starting to see more of that than we did a couple of years ago. It's still being polished, and people are figuring out the best way to do it. But that's every bit of effort people put into that is definitely worthwhile, I think.
Hmm. Hans, while I have you on right now, there was something posted earlier in general, earlier this morning, in regards to the minor dev fee. But let's see. Let me go back up there. I don't want to just talk without knowing exactly what I'm talking about. So let's go back up here. Let's see. Actually, you did answer it, Hans. You did answer it here. It was
I think there was just a request for some update because I had fallen silent, which was a holiday thing.
yes, and that's
I-
like I said earlier. Let the man close his eyes. Let him breathe. Yeah, it's fine. No stress. I'm not worried
so
about it.
yeah, definitely be doing things as quickly as we can.
Yeah, but can you just talk about what you posted here? I just want it in your words, just for the viewers and listeners and the community out here that's listening and part of this right now.
Yeah, there was a request from one of the community members for an update on what's going on, because we hadn't said anything for a few weeks here. And he also wanted to know, given the fact that Ever is being set aside for the foundation for the minor dev fund, what's being done with those funds. So I just clarified that, I am back and getting started on things as well. Published some updates to the website yesterday, just updating the links, make sure that people knew that we had a community member provide a very nice secondary testnet explorer as well as a testnet faucet. So thank you very much for that contribution. That was from Hyperbit. Thank you very much. So I updated some of the other links, updated some of the third party links on the website, just so that people who are new to the project can easily find things. Addressed a couple of the complaints people had about things that they thought were confusing on the website. Like as I said earlier, I hope to publish an update blog entry tomorrow that kind of tells us where we're at on the airdrop freeze and what the final numbers were, for those people that don't know exactly where to look that up. And also clarified that as far as the minor dev fund goes, of course that's meant to fund development, but at least at this stage, from the beginning of product launch until today, all the costs associated with my time and hosting fees and everything else that there has been has still been donated by Whale Street and myself. We have not touched any of the minor dev funds. That's going to change at some undetermined time in the future. We haven't decided exactly when that's going to happen. But rest assured, you can look on chain that none of those coins have moved.
Perfect. All right. So here's my next question. What are you looking for in regards to assistance from people that don't have skills in regards to coding and those that do have supreme skills in coding? Just give us some ideas of what you're looking for and what you need.
I mean, for coders, it's pretty straightforward because I think the roadmap really lays out, the direction we want to go in. So, I would love to hear from coders who are familiar with the Ravencoin or even just the Bitcoin architecture and code base. I would be very happy to talk to you and figure out where we can both best work together on which part of the code, because there's always maintenance things to go do, there's new features to go do, and there's testing, which and testing code that needs to be written both for unit tests and for functional tests. So there's lots of opportunities. If you don't know the code base, if you know the code base very well, obviously we'll try and take advantage of that for adding the new stuff. If you don't know the code base that well, but you're a competent C++ coder or even a starting C++ coder, you could probably write unit tests. And for that matter, if you don't know C++ and you know Python, and you want to learn the low level details, then that's a good writing functional tests, which are in Python, is also a good way to go. Now, for non-technical people, there's lots of opportunities in the application space. I mean, at the end of the day, Evermore isn't supposed to be just for coders, right? I mean, it's for applications. It's for and therefore artists and people who want to use it for various applications are what it's all about. So if you're interested in looking for a new platform to distribute your product, to monetize your product, or you just have some ideas for how to tie your art and your ideas into blockchain technology, then please speak up on the Discord, and we'll try and find a way to work with you.
Great. So I just want to reiterate, in regards to developers, you're looking for someone that has C++ and Python skills, either beginning or advanced.
Those are the two most useful. Yes.
Yes. Okay. And in regards to people that don't have the skills, utilize the network. Basically, use your skills that you're given. That you honed. Create your NFTs. Share what Evermore's all about. Right.
That's right. Now, I guess those are the things that are easiest to apply. But if you're an expert at networking, for instance, or at Docker, we could certainly use a good site that does a geolocation of where all the sites of where all the Evermore nodes are. So that so you could write a web page like that, and we would really appreciate it.
Perfect. All right, let's move on to the next person. Kai, you want to give us an update of what you got going on?
Yes. Can you hear me still?
Yes. Perfect.
Cool. First thing, hold on, let me just go back. First thing is, hold on, buddy, I'm working on it. Okay, so Seal had said for Everpool, one of the things you had asked him about an update for what they were working on. They're working on multi-location, so like being able to have servers, different locations across the world to better serve miners, less latency, and general back-end updates. I assume that, not deep. Yeah, okay, never mind. I wasn't sure if he said data back-end, data being, yeah, it's just back-end. I'm good. I got this. I'm reading. And you had a question for Hans in there that you guys might want to touch on. But for me, I have kind of on to dovetail, if you will, on what. Can you still hear me?
Yes.
I hate this headset. Kind of trailing on what Hans had said. I figured the first step is to make tokens, right? Like, there's a lot of people kind of making NFTs because Eversea kind of showed up really early on the NFT marketplace, and so a lot of people started minting right away. But there just doesn't really seem to be a lot of projects or tokens that are sort of just setting up to be used for P2SH and or maybe a future DEX or so I figure the first thing to do would be to make those tokens, and then once those tokens are made, to then use those tokens. So distributing them is a good first step, and doing that in a novel way I think is fun. So what I'm quote unquote working on, I guess, is I made a number of assets the other day. One series called Lemons and another called Phoenix. I was hoping someone would check my math, but basically I made those tokens to the amount that was burned. and referencing the unusable portion of coins after the airdrop for those who didn't claim those coins that were burned, something to the tune of 5 million if my math was right. I did it like super early in the morning, so my whole thing might be wrong, but I thought it was fun anyway, to give it a shot. And even if the math was wrong, I was like, oh, that's even more funny. So, but basically, it should be burned to the exact amount of coins. So the supply and of course you can't mint fractions, so I had to send a fraction to the burn address after minting for both Lemons and Phoenix. But the distribution quote unquote model of that is just kind of a kind of manual play on sort of like almost like a, how back in the day when tokens used to run into financial issues, they kind of just like swap to another token and be like, oh, this is like what was that well, come on, the guy, the BitConnect guy. Oh, it's BitConnect. They tried it right at the end there to be like, oh no, here's the new BitConnect thing, you know what I mean, and get everyone to sort of like go into that and relaunch the pyramid scheme top down again. But basically, it's kind of like a play on that, where basically what I've done is I've made a series of what I call lemons, and what I plan to do is distribute them through a system I've called Proof of Knowledge / Google, which is basically I'll make a Discord called the Lemon Stand at some point when I feel like it, and release it when I feel like it. There'll be a time where people can kind of join it and get lemons for free. I'll just distribute lemons. There's like 5 million of them, so I'm just gonna kind of like lump out some lemons. And there'll be a time where lemons are distributed through trivia as well. So there'll be, and I'll kind of do mixed distribution stuff, but just trying to distribute it as widely as I can. And it will be a restricted asset. I do also have lemons as a non-restricted asset. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it. But once that asset is fully distributed, meaning my wallet is empty, I will then freeze all trading of that asset. And for a time, I've just kind of said a month, but for a time, so basically they'll be locked wherever they're at. After that time, can I make a white? White papers are like technical document. Oh, let me finish. So they to that time, I'll unfreeze it, and then anyone who holds lemons, right, the restricted asset, has a window in which they can send those lemons to an address and get Phoenix in return, thus rebirthing the 5 million coins that we burned as they rise from the ashes. I also, in foresight, burned a token switching the E and the O, just in case anyone tried any funny business down the line. So fuck you guys in advance. Not that anyone will ever, who knows, and they're not worth anything. They don't promise they'll be worth anything. And once they are distributed, I do have plans to continue working just like any token that I would, I might distribute a number of them in all sorts of weird ways, different quote unquote projects. And then the ones that I think smell the best, I'll continue to work on, or, whatever. So there you go. That's what I'm doing.
Perfect.
Oh, you asked me a question. I'm sorry. Yeah, can I do a white paper? I feel like white papers are like technical documents. I can't remember if it's like a yellow or beige. I think beige is the most technical. I could do like the least amount, but I feel like it's more fun. It's more fun to reward the people who pay attention to the community, right? By sort of, peppering these things in different places, and the people who find it, right? It's kind of like Bitcoin. People say that Bitcoin was sort of like quote unquote unfair or limited in its initial release because it was like a mailing list, right? Initial release, quote unquote. And because it was just a guy testing some code, really. But it is a yellow. Okay. But they, at the end of the day, I don't know what the fuck I was saying. Just go to the next person. Bitcoin, blah, blah, blah.
No, okay. So I just want to update. You're working on a project called a Lemon Stand, right? And you're going to give us an update.
Let's see. What is the project called? The project is called Mega Man.
Mega Man.
Yeah.
Selling lemons.
Yeah, but the final distributed token will be Phoenix.
Okay. All right. Well, keep us updated.
Is that confusing?
Yeah. Okay. Perfect.
Yeah, no problem. I'll keep you updated. Yeah.
All right. So just.
Did I hear you correctly at the beginning say that this was somehow P2SH based?
Oh well, I just said that I feel like we need to distribute tokens before we use P2SH. Is that not right? Do you think? I mean, we could mess with it on testnet and we could swap some stuff on mainnet, but like if for there to be like a token out there, there needs to be viable projects to swap for, right? And then I feel like, there's people talking about dexes and this and that. Obviously, those tokens need a place to trade in order to gain some sort of value against something else, right? So like, no matter what you do, you gotta distribute them, right?
That makes sense.
Yeah, I'd love to see those tokens used for P2SH, and I'd love to work on, what the hell I'd swap it for. Let me put it to that. Well, I don't know what I'd swap it for,
Yeah. Makes
Other
sense.
than wrapping, we could wrap stuff. You know what I mean? Like, I saw there's like J this and J that out there. You know what I mean on the chain, but like, I don't know. I don't know, man.
Okay, got it.
All right. Just to reiterate.
Sorry, was that abrasive?
Oh, that's fine. Yeah.
My bad, man. I didn't mean to be. Thank you for your question.
So with Seal Clever, we do have EVRpool.com, and the update's going to be expanding the servers globally. Correct me if I'm wrong. Seal Clever. And the reason to expand the servers globally, you can point this out. Ooh, okay. Let's see what he's talking about here. Also, for Hans, the EVR Prog Power Miner should have a working CPU miner in it. It is possible to add that into the core Qt wallet at some point, compiling with dash death. What is that? Det hash CPU equals on will allow this. Did you get that, Hans?
I'm sorry, there was a comment that EVR miner should have a CPU miner built into it. That's what he was saying?
I'm not sure. I'll read it again. Also for Hans, the EVR ProgPal miner should have a working CPU miner in it. Is it possible to add that into core Qt wallet at some point? Compiling with dash DETHASH CPU equals on will allow.
He just wants set generate to work again.
Actually, so yeah, there's a little bit of confusion about this because a Cawpaw miner for Ravencoin, requires GPU mining for Ravencoin for both testnet and mainnet. For those people that don't have GPU cards, EFTA of last year added some limited capability to where you can mine using the Intel integrated GPU that's integrated into their CPUs. So that some people refer to that as CPU mining, but it's really using the GPU that's integrated into the Intel CPU, which is kind of confusing. For Evermore, the whole story is different because ProgPi miner is the GPU miner, which you need to mine for mainnet. For testnet, you don't need a GPU at all. You just go to you just go to the node, go to the help and the command window, and type set generate one or however many you want. That feature already works because for Evermore, I separated out the mining algorithm for testnet and mainnet completely separate. I really view testnet as really a tool for developers to try out the new features that they're putting into Node, and for application developers to test out their application code against the Node. And I don't think testnet is a very effective tool for testing mining algorithms. Nor would very many people need to do that. So I separate it out to where mainnet uses GPU mining using the EverProgPow algorithm, and testnet inherently uses standard SHA-256 mining like Bitcoin does, and the CPU miner that is already built into the Qt node software, and all you got to do is set generate it in the command window. It'll mine testnet for you already.
So Seal Clever says, but at some point, won't it be better if testnet is close to 1-to-1 like mainnet?
Well, it is for everything except the mining algorithm. And how many people really have need to test mining algorithms and testnet? I think very few, if any, people do that.
Great. All right, let's move on. Let's see who else do we
The
have.
code in the node is, I guess maybe he has concern that if they get too separate, then testnet doesn't prove useful. But in the C++ code in Node, the mining algorithm is pretty distinct from the rest of the features. So I have no concern about that testnet will lose its value. It's still valuable for what it's intended for.
All right, we got Kai and Silk Clever typing. That's good to know. Thank you from Silk Clever. All right, moving on. Let's see. We got Kinkajou, Metastack, Ringleader. Do you guys have any other updates you guys want to just talk about?
Well, I might mention one thing about that, just that discussion you guys were having.
Go ahead.
As we've been developing out this Moontree wallet, we've actually ran into situations a while ago where nobody was mining testnet, and so we would, make these transactions and make sure our code was working, and then the transaction would never go through. And so it would have been cool if Ravencoin was a CPU for the testnet, if that was CPU mineable, because then we could have just, ran it on our own computers and we didn't have to have any kind of setup or stop development and figure it out. So I think that's a good idea.
All right, we got Silk Clever typing.
Right. So that's exactly what Evermore does, right?
Right, exactly. That's pretty cool.
And right from the start too. Ooh.
Well,
That came out of the fact that I kept having similar problems with Ravencoin over the years. A third of the time when I was trying to run various experiments, especially as I was trying to debug code with restricted assets and all this kind of thing, I was constantly running into the problem that testnet wasn't being mined, and I may or may not have had a GPU handy, which brought my work to a stop. And so I was determined to make sure that Evermore didn't have that problem. And in fact, I think I remember posting on the Ravencoin Discard that if I ever start my chain up, it's definitely going to be CPU mined on testnet.
Very nice.
It's great. Yeah, there wasn't one on Ravencoin for a while, and then I think the community kind of maybe it wasn't the community, but I believe the community put it together and kept it going when it was going. But it wasn't. Like Litecoin's testnet came out prior to Litecoin's launch, but it wasn't the case. It was several months before Ravencoin had a working testnet, as far as I remember.
I noticed we have.
So I mean, it's just great to see it at the start because it does give everyone a leg up, including yourselves, obviously.
I noticed we have JJ and Echo Chamber that snuck in here. You guys, do you guys have any updates with Evermore? Feel free to speak. JJ, Echo Chamber. Nothing. Okay. All right. I think we're all set unless you guys have anything else you guys want to discuss. It's open community right now. Go ahead.
I have a question. On the Moontree, will there be a equal to for Raven to Ever, or Ever to Raven, or Ever to Bitcoin?
Like a swap?
No, to tell it the price of how much Bitcoin is to Ever.
You mean like a ticker, like a price ticker?
Yeah.
Oh, good question.
There might be something like that when Evermore gets kind of a price and we can kind of look it up easily.
Yeah, they need to plug an API into the wallet.
Yeah, we might have something like, okay, here's all the value in your wallet in whatever currency you want to see it in. We might do something like that.
Yeah,
Okay.
once it's listed on more exchanges, because then there'll actually be a value to it, so they can just pull an API from from a marketplace aggregator.
Yeah, our main.
Actually, I might mention that in the Ever main node, the price values of Ever compared to BTC and Raven and USDT always shows zero. Actually, that API already works. I just haven't plugged it into a feed because I don't know a price feed that really means anything yet today. The volume is so low.
So there you go, community. Keep your eyes out if you guys see any listings or anywhere. Actually, this should be the homework, because we're gonna meet back up next month. The homework is go to all these exchanges or all these places that are listing coins. Find out how we can list a EVR on there. There's some places that are free, some places that do charge. Just come back with some updates, and I guess we'll follow up with that. I think that would be the best thing to do, just to bring more I guess public exposure of what EVR is.
Or if anyone's using Atomic Dex or any of the other dexes as well, just and I'm not going to be promoting it, but if people are using it, I'd like to know it.
Great. Let's see what do we got from Seal Clubber. Should have Raven testnet on our pool now as well. Shameless self plug. trvn.evr.com, evrpool.com. 222. Okay, got it.
All right. We're doing like closing things. First, thanks everyone for your time, Hans, Metastack, John, and the rest of you. And one of the things I wanted to kind of touch on. I hope you don't think I was dodging your question before there, Hans. I just don't think it's really right for me to say like this is a P2SH project. You know what I mean? I don't want to put a theme or label on anything.
It was just a question. There is no wrong answer.
Word up, man. Yeah. Well, I hope I didn't come off as dodgy. That's all. Yeah, that's kind of. But and can I throw a hardball at you, Hans, real quick? You ready for this?
Can I stop you?
Oh,
go ahead.
Yeah, you can. Yeah. Have you talked to Harry?
Harry? No, who's Harry?
Harry
you're from Korea?
Mm-hmm.
No, I have not.
That breaks my heart. You know that?
I have sent him a DM or two to open lines of communication. Just ask him general information, and I haven't heard back.
You haven't heard back from him? That's interesting. Okay, well, let me see if I can see what's going on with Harry. It is the holiday season.
Yeah, there may be some very simple reason why that's the case.
But it just fascinates me that they were building stuff out, and so I wonder what they've got that you could, maybe there's something easy in there for Evermore assets.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to gain some understanding, some more understanding of what they were doing, and reached out.
But I was just being selfish. Yeah, I hope so too, and I'll see if I can do a little poking and prodding to see what's going on over on that side of the world. But yeah, sorry, I was just being a little selfish. I was curious if you guys.
No, that's not a hardball question. I mean, I'm really interested. He certainly seems to know what's going on in that part of the year, part of the world which I have no visibility into.
Yeah, I'll see if I can see how he's doing. Say hi.
All right, we're gonna wrap it up. Thank you, Echo Chamber, Hans, JJ, Kai, Kinkajou, Metastack, Ringleader, Silk Clubber, all for being part of the first Evermore Community Day of the year 2023. We will be reconvening back next month. We'll be doing this monthly. With that said, this video is streamed live on Twitch and will be uploaded to YouTube shortly. With that said, until next time, stack sats and hodl. Adios.